Back in 2025, Alaska Airlines was making waves. It officially acquired Hawaiian Airlines, combined the two loyalty programs into the revamped Atmos rewards, and dropped its first ever premium credit card in the Atmos Summit. You may think that after all of that, they might decide to just tone it down a little bit. Slow and steady wins the race after all. And yes, while the latest developments with Alaska Air aren't as huge, they're still noteworthy. Let's talk about why Alaska Air as a carrier, credit card issuer, and loyalty program already presents such a great value proposition that potentially got even better with the recent updates. Starting with the elevated welcome offers across all of their credit cards. Per Danny the Deal Guru, the $95 personal Atmos Ascent and Atmos Business are both offering 85,000 Atmos points plus the $99 companion fare, where someone can fly with you for just $99 plus taxes and fees. The spend requirements are a bit different: $4,500 in 120 days on the personal card, $5,500 in 90 days on the business. The Ascend also has a slightly lower 80,000 point offer for $500 of less spend, but also coming with a 50% flight discount. There are a number of restrictions around the discount, such as when you need to purchase the ticket by, the period over which you can fly, only saver and main cabin, and more. Ultimately, whether the 50% discount or 5,000 miles is better depends on how expensive that flight is that you're applying the discount, but I imagine in most cases the discount is better. While the 85,000 point offers have come around periodically, and the version with the 50% discount isn't markedly better, they still present great opportunities to pick up these cards if they already piqued your interest. This would likely be if you're interested in a first free check bag, as well as priority boarding to better avoid needing to check your carry-on bag. The $99 companion fare after $6,000 of spend in your prior anniversary year can also be solid if you're flying an expensive route, though for most people, I would recommend that the $6,000 can be better spent elsewhere. If you want richer benefits like 2 Alaska Lounge passes every quarter and a higher upside 25,000 point Global Companion Award, the $395 Atmos Summit will be the better path. It's currently offering 100,000 points for $6,000 to spend in 90 days, or the same 100,000 points plus the 50% flight discount for just $500 more spent. In this case, unless the restrictions surrounding the flight discount make it too hard to use for you, I think the latter offer is definitively better. All of these cards also stand out in today's credit card landscape due to their simplicity for relatively manageable annual fees. Integrating any of these cards into your current setup won't necessitate managing an influx of new credits, which I'm sure many of you would prefer. And with the points that you earn from any of these welcome offers, you have a plethora of redemption options, one of which may be Alaska Air's first ever international business class suites. Fueled in a big way by its Hawaiian Airlines acquisition, Alaska Air is expanding its international network. Over the next 2 months, it'll start flying from its hub in Seattle to Rome, London, and Reykjavik, where the service will be offered on these new suites. These suites will also be offered on its Seattle to Seoul route this month, as well as its Seattle to Tokyo route this fall. The suites look mighty nice from the pictures. Of course, you have the fully lay flat bed, privacy door, direct aisle access, and all sorts of modern tech. Food offerings also look quite tremendous, with a lot of restaurant quality options, and for dessert, one of the options is a customizable salt and straw sundae service. I really liked the Sunday service on American Airlines business class, which uses Haagen-Dazs, and without a doubt, Salt and Straw is the better ice cream. I invite anyone in the comments to argue otherwise. I don't anticipate that these suites will have many sweet spots, no pun intended, for redemption options. It's a new product that will surely generate some buzz even without a bunch of Saver awards, and furthermore, Atmos points typically don't have outsized value on Alaska Air flights, at least compared to partner flights. That said, I'd certainly love to give it a try and would willingly transfer my Bilt points to Atmos points if the prices were reasonable enough. Say no more than 80,000 points for the European routes and maybe 100,000 points for the Asia routes. Speaking of Bilt, they're currently the only points that transfer 1-to-1 to Atmos. And the cards, specifically the $95 Obsidian and $495 Palladium, are proving to be powerful earners. When they debuted in February, a decent amount of negativity ensued, due mostly to the complexification of the Bilt program. While the Bilt haters certainly still exist, ironically, there's another group of people who see these cards as relatively simple. My fellow and much bigger credit card creators, Spencer Johnson, Luke's Points and Miles, and Anthony Venture, have all simplified their overall credit card setups by shifting a lot of their spend to the Palladium card. This card offers 2x on everything, an extra 1.33x from maximizing Bilt cash to unlock points on rent or mortgage spend, and even an extra 1x for redeeming Bilt cash on the Points Accelerator feature. That's a whopping 3.33 to 4.33x on everything, well above anything in today's credit card market, which can be had so long as you spend enough on your Bilt Palladium card and thus earn enough Bilt cash. And on the Obsidian, it's 4.33 to 5.33x on dining or groceries, which notably beats out the Amex Gold's 4x on these categories. These Bilt cards undoubtedly offer great opportunities to earn lots of Atmos points if that is your transfer of choice, which is a boon for Alaska Air. Of course, all of these Atmos points don't amount to much if you're forking over hundreds of thousands of points for just a one-way redemption, wouldn't you say? Fortunately, Alaska Air has maintained mostly fixed award charts consisting of several sweet spots. I say mostly because the charts are labeled as starting as, meaning that the numbers in the charts are just the minimum saver fares. If you can find them, you can easily get 2 cents per point or more for your Atmos points. Let's talk about some of the notable sweet spots. For ultra short hauls within North America on Alaska, Hawaiian, or even the partner American Airlines, it's as low as 4,500 points one way in economy. How about a crazy 8.6 cents per point for this Charlotte to Cincinnati flight on American Airlines that would otherwise go for $407? Then, if you want to do business class to Europe, you can find a one-way flight from the US East Coast to Europe for 55,000 points, or even as low as 45,000 points if your distance is 3,500 miles or less. Personally, I would never pay thousands of dollars for such a flight, but if getting this round-trip flight just costs me the value of a welcome offer on one of these Atmos cards, sign me up. And with that, let me know if you're similarly bullish on the position Alaska Air is taking in the miles and travel game. With its valuable set of credit cards, new international business class product, transferability from Bilt points, and sweet spot laden award charts, they're absolutely killing it, in my opinion. If you've made it to this point in the video, consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. I'd say that arguably the only competitor within the One World Alliance to Atmos points in terms of value for its loyalty program is American Airlines. With their miles, you can find similarly outsized value redemptions, especially for partner flights on business or first class. To hear about how you can build an awesome American Airlines credit card setup, check out this video on screen. Here's your card nerd signing off, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.